The True Believer by Eric Hoffer was written in 1951. People allow themselves to be swept away in large causes in order to be freed of responsibility for their lives and to escape the banality or misery of the present. A rising mass movement attracts and holds a following not by its doctrine and promises but by the refuge it offers from the anxieties and meaninglessness of an individual existence. Mass movements are usually accused of doping their followers with the hope of the future while cheating them of the enjoyment of the present. Yet, to the frustrated, the present is spoiled. Comforts and pleasures cannot make it whole. No real contents or comfort can ever rise in their minds but from hope. The True Believer Thoughts on the Nature of Mass Movement is a compelling foray into mass movements and their power to shape minds, showing us how spiritual hunger leads people to jettison their old selves in order to become part of something apparently greater and more glorious. Virtually everything he wrote could be applied to the terrorists and suicide bombers of today. Although a half century old, the True Believer could therefore not more relevant. The same goes for Nazi revolution, the hammer and sickle and the swastika. Author observe are in a class with the cross. Faith is a holy cause, is to be a considerable extent a substitute for the lost faith in ourselves. Author wrote, yet this desire to lose a sense of individuality brings enormous self-esteem and feeling of worthiness. People join mass movement for a sense of belonging, a feeling so often lacking in an economically free and competitive society. They may simply be very bored. Hitler, author noted, was financed by the wives of some of the Germany's great industrialists whose regular amusement or enthusiasm no longer satisfied. To the non-believers, the sacrifice of a martyr, a kamikaze pilot, or a suicide bomber seems totally irrational. However, if our present life is considered worthless and our belief in the movement is so great, it will not be such a leap to die for it. Before people reach this watershed, author said, they will strip themselves of a sense of their own individuality. Absorbed fully into the collective body, they are no longer the person, friends and family once knew, but only the representative of people, a party, a tribe. To the true believer, non-believers are weak, corrupt, without backbone. The perception of their own purity of intent allows them to do anything in the name of their noble intention, including taking their own life. It is this close mindedness, blindness even of the true believer that provide their power. If the world is black and white, then action is clear. It is only the open-minded who have to deal with the surprises. The true believer is not just about mass movements. It is a work of philosophy with keen insight into human nature and contains almost no unnecessary words or sentences. The book is also a great example of why questions of human motivation and action should never be left to psychologists alone.